This is it, Josh. This is it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Russell Point. I am running the sticks here because Dom's an idiot. So we are here to. We haven't been on ASAP in a while. I feel like we had some password issues last week, and then we've been doing stuff on our YouTube a lot. So we're gonna show some of that stuff today. But first, we are going to go into our weekly roundup of wrestling because we haven't just talked wrestling in a while. So I feel like. So I'll start with Dom's. Sorry, there we go. I'll start with Dom's really important thing he wants to talk about.
Let me just talk about the Hook debut for like a couple minutes. Debuts usually are, when we talk about debuts, we talk about wrestling debuts as in somebody else's company, say like Shinsuke debuting in WWE, Daniel Bryan debuting in AEW. But it's sometimes rare that we've seen a wrestler's debut of the very first match, televised match ever. And it's always a special moment when we do. We saw it recently with Dominic, but when we saw it with Hook, I don't know about you guys, but there was something special there. That man looked way too smooth for having a first wrestling match. That man carried himself like a superstar. I know I'm one of the majority of the internet wrestling community. They get way too excited about Hook, which is true, but it's hard not to because that man has a look. He has the pedigree. He looks super smooth. He looks just cool, and I'm really excited to hopefully see him flourish later on in his career. But
he
first,
great
Hook.
Yeah, he did look really good. I was kind of I was skeptical since they did, like, he was on TV for so long without actually wrestling. I could only assume like he must just be just garbage in the ring if they're gonna have him on TV so often but never have him wrestle. But he looked really good. I don't know. I mean, I can't, at least in the immediate future, see them doing anything significant with him as a single. But like, I hope they start featuring him a little bit more often because that was a really, and who's he was against Fuego del Sol.
Yes, Fuego del Sol
is great. Sol's not even like he's good, but he's not like, it's not one of those things where like, oh, Fuego del Sol can get a good match out of anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'd love to see what he can do with somebody that can actually like kind of not carry him, but can actually like lay out a good match for him.
And I think they are gonna do something with Hook. Obviously he's gonna have to develop a lot more. Not saying he's like awful right now, but he's still young. He's 22. He's younger than all of us, and he's gonna be a lot on Dark. He has a licensed song from Action Bronson. I don't know if you guys know who Action Bronson is, but he's pretty big in the hip hop community. And that says a lot. Completely new, getting that kind of attention. He got a lot of attention from Miss Pierce from the AW roster. Tony himself promoted the event. The internet, obviously, the community is behind him. I think if this is, maybe people will start watching actually AW Dark because of him, and I think that's what the direction they're gonna take it into.
Okay, so I'm not as high on it as you guys are. I think it's a little overhyped how good he was.
Understandable.
I think he was all right. I don't think he was amazing. I will say I like more of his look than I did his wrestling, because he just looked like the thing I love when he turned his back to Fuego del Sol.
Well, he didn't even look at him.
That was cool. He knows what to do. His dad was in wrestling forever. He knows what to do. So I would like to see another match out of him before I crown him the next AEW World Champion, like some people are, because
it's a future pillar.
It's getting a little. I mean, it's a little ridiculous right now. But he had a good, solid match, and I would like to see someone that's not like a luchador that he can just throw around the ring. I would like to see not like a huge guy, but like a bigger, like more towards his size at least.
Like Tony Nese would be a good opponent in my opinion.
Tony Nese
maybe once he gets enough momentum, he'll start jobbing to Cody.
Stop.
That's when you know you made it in AEW, when you start jobbing to Cody. Anything else on Hook, or do you want to get to the next one? Because
we can get to the next one. I'm just excited for Hook.
So
wait. One last thing about Hook. They released his first T-shirt. It's awful. Do better.
All right. Next is a little somber note, I feel like, or So Jeff Hardy, I'll give the background to this. Jeff Hardy was it was a live show on SmackDown or some
it was just a house show.
A SmackDown house show, and he was in a 6-man tag match with Drew and
King Dipshit against the Bloodline.
Oh, is Xavier Woods. And then Jeff Hardy just went to the crowd randomly, started taking pictures with fans, kind of like another. It's not like Bound for Glory, obviously. That was like way worse, but like it was just. I didn't think anything of it, to be honest with you. And then, like, I hear, they're sending him home. They're telling him to go to rehab, and then they just end up releasing him. It's sad. Jeff's been one of my favorites for years, Dom. I know he's definitely, like, in their top 5 of wrestlers of all time, basically. It's kind of sad just to see how he just has a setback every couple of years. He can never get on the right foot, so it's kind of depressing for me.
Yeah, for me, like, I was the first one, like, to remember, like, getting behind him, like, coming back, and, the community gets behind him. Everybody loves Jeff, because Jeff is not only an underdog in the pro wrestling world, he's an underdog in life. I'm not going to dispute or have a discussion with anybody here that, being addicted is a real problem. It's not something you can just fix because you want to, we have to. And he's facing his own demons he has for years. It's sad to see, but that's the reality of things. He has a great system, support system behind him, I'm sure, with his family and the fans. And it's sad to see because, you always get excited about Jeff Hardy in the thought of it. Because when I think of Jeff Hardy, I think of my childhood of getting into pro wrestling. The first, when you're a child and you first get into pro wrestling and you get excited over every little superstar, you get excited over random ass Kofi Kingston, random ass faces no one cares about, and they're probably trash, but you care about them because they're the good guy. And that's kind of what's for Jeff Hardy for me. And hopefully he does get better because that man is a 2-time Hall of Famer, a future 2-time Hall of Famer, and he needs and hopefully like somebody like he gets a return. He gets the help he needs. He gets the help he needs. He can take a U-turn just like somebody like Jake the Snake Robert did, like somebody like that. Somebody a mentor that like DDP. Maybe DDP is the guy that reached out to him and help him in his life.
Yeah, it's obviously extremely sad. I mean, I haven't read a lot of like reports on it. Like I know the basics, and so like we don't want to speculate too much, but like we know what it sounds like. And I think you guys have said just about everything I can say about how we hope he gets the help he needs. So I kind of want to defend WWE for a sec because they got a lot of shit for releasing him. Like he clearly needs help, and you're going to release him. But first of all, they did offer to, and from what I read, it wasn't necessarily they offered him to go to rehab. They almost insisted that he goes to rehab. Yeah. And they have to a certain extent, they need to think about, obviously they care about their talent, but they also do need to think about their publicly traded company. And they, in a way, they were very fortunate that this just happened on a house show and this wasn't on live TV, that he does something like this. And you don't know if he is, if what's going on is what we think is going on. You don't want, like, the last thing he needs to be doing is staying on the road. Because, what if something, I was listening to, I've listened to a lot of people talk about this, and something that everyone was saying is, what if the next time he has an incident, he is alone in his hotel room? It's not the environment that you want. Like, it's not the environment you want him to be in. And it's also just from a business perspective. And this sounds kind of callous, but it's also just not the best look for a publicly traded company. But, and then I want to defend Jeff Hardy himself for a sec too, because he was also getting a lot of criticism for not wanting to go to rehab. But it's like, first of all, I think he's already been through rehab before. If I remember,
he has. He must have. Like, I feel like he's must.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like, rehab, like, it's not for everybody. Like, obviously, it's like some people rehab is exactly what they need. Some people it's not. And I think Jeff's he's been through it enough in his life to know, like, no, this, like, it's just not what I need. So, and I don't think he would just say, like, he's made, multiple comebacks in his career. So clearly he knows how to, like, it's not like if he doesn't go, he's in this at extreme risk of harming himself or God forbid.
And also, sorry to interrupt, Eric. And think of it like this way: when you were mentioning of him not wanting to go to rehab, he might be like from this one, he might be on the coming up because he was the second guy, the one up for a battle royal for a contendership for the championship. He got a use with spawns. I mean, that's something that from his hometown state. This is something that will eventually. He knows the system. He will elevate you. And then recently he also had a Stone Cold Steve Austin or his podcasting, right? Broken Skulls
session.
And he talked about his goal is to be the Universal Champion one more time, and I'm sure that's his goal. And then them offering him to go to rehab, I feel like that's them kind of
and I think
maybe it shows that they want to rip it away from him, kind of.
Yeah, and I think I hope and I think that he's going to I think he knows how to take care of himself, and his family has been his family's obviously probably knows how to deal with him as well. But it's really and I think almost if he knows the rehab's not going to help himself, then I think that's almost a responsible decision because he knows that he just needs to be in an environment that's beneficial to him, that's not rehab, and it's definitely not a wrestling ring because if he's not all there, then he's also putting his opponent in danger. You can't, if you're not thinking straight, you can't protect your opponent in ways that you need to. So I mean, it's extremely sad, but I think that you can put a positive spin on it. That this is, I think it's even him getting released. I think it's kind of the best case for everybody.
I do have
he can get the help he needs. He knows himself better than WWE does.
I do have a
WWE
question.
kind of gets that off.
Yeah, I do have a question for both of you in terms of Jeff Hardy. Do you think this is his last WWE run?
Yes.
In-ring run?
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's tough. WWE.
Yeah.
That's
kind of tough to say because I think wrestling. It's like I think if he wants to come back to WWE, I'm sure they'd keep the door open to a certain extent because think about TNA gave him a second chance after Victory Road.
Yeah, but how many times has Jeff Hardy had a second chance in WWE? It's been a couple.
But then
it's also a business. From a business perspective, if it makes sense in a business sense to bring Jeff Hardy back, I think you bring him back.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's not a chump. Like if he gets enough momentum. How many times has Jimmy Uso gotten?
That's what I was going to bring up.
That's a big
point. I was going to bring up your point, Eric, about defending WWE. But on the other hand, you can see it you release Jeff Hardy, but how many times have the Usos been arrested?
Yeah, the Usos have been getting in.
So and they don't get anything because they're Roman Reigns' cousin. I get both sides of the argument, but at the same time, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like you just need to protect your.
I don't necessarily think that he's going to be back, but I'm just saying I don't think it's impossible that he comes back.
Like I said, because I think if we see him in the ring again, I think it's an AEW with his brother.
And that too. Hopefully that's not I hope Tony Khan didn't just jump on the phone and start.
No.
That'd be extremely irresponsible.
I don't think that's the case. I think. He would stay in communication with them. And when
I'll bet you what's probably happening. Something to a mild degree. He's probably talking to him through Matt, or at least planning on talking to him through Matt first.
Because I know if it's important for Matt and Jeff to finish their career together because that's how they started, And
I was listening to an interview that Jeff said he wants one last run with at least the Hardy Boys.
And I mean I get it. That's a claim to fame. There are. One of the the most influential tag team this century, these 20 past years. What do you guys think? Something like that. Up there.
They're close. Yeah, they're definitely.
Yeah, so it's definitely important in terms of tag team pro wrestling history. So.
All right. We're gonna go to the next topic. Let's get more lighthearted. I don't know if you guys have been watching AEW lately, but this Wednesday, winter is coming. Ooh. I don't know how to feel about I don't know how many matches are on the card. I know Danielson versus Page is on there. I know Dante Martin versus MJF is on there. Is that it? I'm thinking. Doesn't Britt Baker have a match too?
When is Cody fighting?
Let me see.
Sammy Guevara.
Oh, is he?
He challenged him. I don't know if it's been officially accepted.
I'm gonna look up
He's trying to challenge for the TNT championship.
So he's gonna win it again. So you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I do want to say Cody's still teasing the heel turn. He called out Sammy, and when he was walking back, he was about to walk into the heel. He was pretending like he faked walking into the heel tube, and then he walked into the face tube.
I got 4 matches.
I got some matches too. Shida versus Serena Deeb.
Again?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They didn't finish it. I don't think.
And then Wardlow versus Matt Sydal, which
That's random. Well, hey, this is like my booking. Just put Wardlow on the show.
Wardlow's gonna look good in that match, though. I bet.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's just a weird match. I guess I'm excited, but at the same time, like, yeah, they're gonna have Paige versus Danielson, which will be fantastic, obviously.
But then again, yeah, the only reason I'm skeptical about like not being excited, or I am a little bit excited about when it's coming. Do you remember what happened last year, which was unexpected?
Kenny won, right?
Kenny won. Do you think they could be happening again?
No, I really don't think so. That would be shocking.
They've done
honestly, again, I was shocked when it happened with Kenny because I didn't expect
when he beat Moxley.
Yes, because he
wasn't, or at least I wasn't surprised at all.
But he dropped it on free TV.
No, I wasn't surprised though.
Yeah, people drop championships on free TV. But like at the same time, you have to think about AEW mindset. AEW only has 4 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah,
so
but
if you're not going to at least
the way they
drop it on TV,
but the way they book the world title is just long ones, and
I definitely was not in the least bit surprised that Kenny won.
Maybe I was being boozled.
But there's no way, even though Danielson's great, I don't think there's a chance in hell that Adam Page loses.
I'm surprised
they're not gonna tell, or at least they think they've told like a 2-year-long story with him. They're not just gonna give him the title and then have him lose his first defense.
That would be funny.
It'd be funny, but it'd just be really stupid. Even though Bryan Danielson would be a fantastic champion.
Bryan Danielson would be the ultimate heel in that one.
Right,
it would kind of be like when he stole the title from Big Show in TLC 2011.
All right, one more question for you guys before we go to the last wrestling topic, basically. Do you guys think either Kyle O'Reilly or Johnny Gargano debut?
I don't see a spot where they could.
I mean, Kyle O'Reilly. I feel like anything. I mean, like you have a 2-hour show with a bunch of. We only have really 4 matches.
I think that they're going to debut them in some capacity next to Adam Cole.
Well, I think Kyle O'Reilly I can see, not Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, not Gargano. I meant that's right.
I think so. Basically, I would think you would have to do a little more story with the Kenny Omega, Bucks, and Cole because you're going to set up that match obviously once it happens. I don't see it happening, but
I mean, isn't Gargano going to be on maternity leave pretty soon?
That's what he said in NXT, but at the same
time,
it
wouldn't. But it makes sense.
They also, I think, they left in NXT. They kind of left the door open that he might fight one more match since Grayson Waller
from Sean Ross Sapp, he didn't sign an extension, so he's a free agent.
Weird.
Yeah, I think I'm expecting to see O'Reilly much earlier than Gargano. I don't think I expect to see Gargano wrestle this year anymore.
Yeah, I want to say I don't see anybody debuting, but I think last time we all said we don't see any debuts happening. We got Danielson and Adam Cole on the same night,
and we can see we still have Bray Wyatt out there.
That's true. That's true.
And Strowman.
No, we don't.
ROH is done. ROH is dead.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
But like that's not. But he debuted in a stable led by EC3, who's not on.
I mean, they're gonna be in another. They're gonna be running the Indies now, I guess.
Yeah. Who cares? All right, last topic. Dom, can you hit enter when you go to the next banner, or do you have to?
I can't do anything.
No. Like me controlling the banner.
No, I'll just hit the banner.
All right. WWE Day 1. I actually love the concept of this pay-per-view. I'm not gonna lie. I love that it's like it feels like kind of like a sport again, like the beginning of the season we're getting. And I feel like what I've read, WWE wants to make this a like huge show like every year now. They want to make this like one of their big 4s, which I'm not sure it makes sense with having the Royal Rumble so close.
Yeah.
But
I don't think you can replace one of the big fours. I don't think. No.
I mean, but they consider Money in the Bank one of the big fours.
No, they don't.
Survivor Series.
Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series.
Survivor Series has lost some of its luster to me personally. I'm not a big Survivor Series guy
It's the weakest out of the four, but it's not replaced by Money in the Bank.
But that, I mean, maybe Big Five. I don't know. But what do you guys think of the card so far? I know we have triple threat match, which kind of looks like it might go into a fatal 4-way match with Bobby Lashley, but I'm not sure.
That's the rumor. That's the rumor.
I wouldn't mind that, but at the same time, Big E obviously is going to win. But
Big E's definitely winning that.
I just want to talk about
versus Brock 2 or like 16. There has to be another match on there, right?
Liv Morgan against Becky.
They just fought on Raw though.
Well, Becky screwed Liv.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Liv win. I'm not gonna lie there.
I did too.
I think they're saving it for a pay-per-view. I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be this pay-per-view, but
Charlotte versus Tony Storm.
I don't care about that feud at all.
Dude, did you see Friday Night SmackDown? Ooh.
This past Friday when Charlotte and Tony Storm had that terrible match.
That was
their chemistry was very, very much up.
And I just don't care. I just don't care about the feud. The feud started with them exchanging pies to the face. Why should I care?
You know what? I'm glad that SmackDown wasn't Greensboro. I'm glad I didn't go, so I didn't have to watch just.
I think Arcade Bro has them. I think there's like a tournament on Raw. I have not been watching Raw.
No, they had Arcade Bro moments or something like that, and the finals is Rey Mysterio and Dominic and versus somebody else. They won against the AJ and Omos.
Well, I'm glad I'm just not seeing that match again. And please, can something other than AJ? I need AJ in the singles division again. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't mind Omos at all, but so like.
The only last thing I want to say about day one, if the Usos don't win, that's kind of weird because the day one-ish.
I think
New Day should. Honestly, I'm going to say this, Eric.
Can I be honest?
New Day should win.
Can I be honest? And this is okay. I want you guys to hear me out because this is at first it's going to sound like I'm just hating the New Day, but I have like an actual reason. I don't think unless they change their character, I don't think they should ever win the championships again because what else can they do with it? They've had it 12 times. What else can they possibly do with it?
So I'm saying I think the New Day is going to win and should win.
They are
because they've beaten the Usos like 3 times.
They'll win. They're going to win it at day one. I promise.
I mean, they won against.
But what are they going to do in this reign that's going to be any different from probably what their last 5 reigns?
I don't know. Ask John Cena what he did different in his other 16 reigns.
Yeah, well, John Cena is actually a bona fide star, though. The New Day is just stupid.
New Day, no, you can't say what you want.
Stupid.
Yeah, you can say what you want about
the
Plus, John Cena actually is like a main event legend entity that brings like credence and prestige to their top title.
You can say about what you want about the New Day,
but
they are a tag team super.
I was at WrestleMania 34. They had midgets dressed as pancakes dancing in the ring with them.
That shit was hilarious. I'm sorry. It was hilarious. You can Eric, you can say what you want about the gimmicks and the wrestling, but you cannot divide the stardom. They are mainstream.
I can actually.
They are mainstream.
Xavier Woods isn't a star.
You know who's a star? Undertaker. And you know, from all the people that they picked the New Day to be in a Netflix series.
Yeah, because that was a goofy little movie.
Yeah, but that makes them stars. They're household names. They trust me, and it sucks to say they're gonna be.
I'm just saying. This doesn't have to do with the New Day
more than the Usos.
Tom, I want to emphasize this has nothing to do with their stupid juvenile gimmick.
I'm not saying
everything
that, but
to do with. I don't think they can. I don't think it's going to be anything. I don't think it's not. I don't think it's going to not that the Usos are necessarily moving the needle. They might be just because it's like they're with Roman, but I don't think them having the titles is going to move the needle because we've seen it so many times from these exact characters.
I'm not saying that, but you like. That's what I'm trying to argue. You said they're not going to change anything.
So would this be their 12th reign?
I don't know. I'm just
I
saying.
think
Can I-
they're,
can-
they
can I
are
ask a
11
question?
times
No,
champions.
you don't
Can I have a
know.
question?
Here,
Can I
listen.
ask a question? Actually, like legitimately.
You're
I'm
not
not even being
listening to
sarcastic.
my argument here, though.
Because okay, and I mean this with all due respect. I don't care because I'm not trying to argue. My opinion is I don't think they're going to bring anything new. That's my thing.
I'm not disagreeing with that, though.
I'm not trying to debate their gimmick and stuff like that. I'm saying this has been their character, and the babyface version. Like they haven't been heels in like what 4 years, 5 years.
I'm not debating their character either.
Yeah,
No,
okay,
no. I didn't. I said, but they bring stardom, right? Because I said no.
It's not
First, I
going to.
said
I guarantee you.
John Cena said.
I will bet you cash money that if they win the titles, the tag team ratings don't change or they don't spike.
I didn't
That's
say
what
that.
stardom is.
Let me ask you this.
Stardom means you move the
When
needle.
John Cena continuously won back-to-back the championship over exaggerating the world target market, did the WWE ratings go up or down? They didn't change, did they?
I don't know.
But my
and I know you don't know either. Don't
is,
pretend you've looked at the ratings.
my argument is that just because they're doing the same thing doesn't mean that it's
just street profits. That's what I was looking for. The street profits versus.
But anyway, let's just agree to disagree on this.
Okay.
But can I ask a question, like a legitimate question, not a smart ass question?
Okay.
If the New Day are about to be 12-time tag champs, why does nobody have a problem with them winning the title a million times in the way they do with Charlotte?
I don't have a problem with Charlotte winning.
I'm not saying you in particular, but
I can't speak for others who I don't share the opinion with.
Yeah, we do all the time.
Okay.
Fine. You're fine. You're just gonna be biased and not want to say.
No, I'm just saying
it's fine. We can move on. Dom will never say anything bad about the people he likes.
I'm just saying I don't have a problem with it because
you can't even theoretically say what people might not.
Okay. Theoretically, people are gonna say that there needs to grow new champions and they should give the tag team championships to other people. But then I argue. Who would that
I
be?
didn't really get your guys' argument, but I 100% believe that the New Day is so like it's shoved down our throats so much that it's like intolerable.
They just need to be new tag teams. Yeah.
The New Day reminds me of babyface Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see them anymore. Like they do something else. Like have like I know like how much Eric hates Xavier Woods, but have one of them win a singles title or something. Do something else.
But yeah,
the
but
King of the Ring doesn't count. Xavier Woods won the King of the Ring and then went back to being the same goof, just like I knew he would. So that doesn't count.
Okay, let's stop there.
One last thing. And I make the argument for Eric, okay? Okay. And here's the thing on why I think they will do it, and that's the problem with it, and honestly, the reason they might do it. And then you comparing it to Charlotte winning a bunch of championships, because that's an accurate comparison, right, with the New Day winning a bunch of tag team championships. The thing with the women's division compared to the tag team division, the tag team division doesn't have many stars or upcoming stars. You might say that Angel Garcia and Humberto Carrillo might be the closest rising stars. The Street Profits, we already saw what they can do with the championship. They're good, but they're not great. War Raiders, we've seen it. You know what I mean?
I think we're running into a very similar issue when it comes to not just the New Day. I think you can also make the argument for the Usos because they've also it's kind of been New Days and Usos for a long time. Just those two is you have, and the same argument people make for Charlotte is like Charlotte gets to have the belt, and people are kind of starting to make this argument with Becky too. Like Charlotte and Becky just get to have the titles while people like them. While people like them.
Credible, yes.
Yeah, while people like Shayna Baszler are never winning titles and stuff. And
Liv Morgan.
And Liv Morgan. And I think I think that argument can be made tenfold because like the New Day and Usos have been handing the titles back and forth for years at this point. And meanwhile, you're getting nothing from like a world-class team like the Viking Raiders, you know, and like the Street Profits.
And look at the Raw Tag Teams division. The main feud over the summer.
That championship shouldn't be around. There's no reason for
I agree. The main feud over the tag team belts were two teams combined with single wrestlers. You know, AJ a single wrestler, Omos a traditional wrestler. Ed Riddle and Orton. You know, like it's just how it is. And the women's division is not facing the same problem. So that's why I can see people being more disagreeing with Charlotte. I prefer that Charlotte had longer reigns, but WWE just likes to say, "Oh, what if she get she doesn't wrestle in like 5 years because she wants to go to Hollywood. You know, you gotta make sure she gets the title belts because she doesn't.
I don't think Charlotte fits the Hollywood mold at all. To be
Who
honest.
knows? Because I never thought John Cena was gonna go to Hollywood when he did.
I mean, but he's so charismatic. Like I think
Charlotte is charismatic. If she
she's not as charismatic as John Cena or The Rock.
Okay, you're right. But
like Becky, I could see Becky doing more movies than Charlotte, and she's already done a movie. So, what
movie has she done?
She's in The Marine, one of the ones with The Miz.
WWE movies don't count because R-Truth wasn't one.
Hey,
R-Truth wasn't a WWE movie.
All right, Dom, let's get to the last one while Eric's away. It's Edge versus The Miz. That was confirmed for day one. I mean, there's so many people.
You know what's a cool fact about the Edge and Miz, which is Edge? They were the reigning world champions coming out of WrestleMania 27. So at one point, they were the two top guys of their company in terms of championships, so which is really interesting. And they never had, and then from what I remember, I don't think they ever faced each other one-on-one, unless you guys can think of it. Maybe 2080 SmackDown, maybe, but that's a rare circumstance.
I don't know. I'm just not intrigued with the feud just because Edge could be fighting so much more intriguing guys than
I think if you put Mike and Miz and let him go, he does wonderful work. And Miz isn't awful at the ring. He's not great.
I think he's a decent wrestler. He just bores the living crap out of me when he wrestles.
I love Miz. Yeah. So the reason that I can't get into this Miz Edge feud is because even though I love Miz, seeing Miz return and not facing John Morrison is just like, I feel like why are you facing Edge when clearly you were in the middle of something with John Morrison?
It's just I agree. It's just one of those storylines that they just never planned to finish one day. Saw how bad it was going. Yeah.
But anyways, one more thing on day one. So I've read rumors that Brock and Roman are supposed to fight again at Mania, and that Roman's like 99% confirmed to be winning at day one. So do you think that means that like Brock wins the Rumble or something? How do you think Brock takes 2 losses from Roman and then still gets another one at Mania?
I mean,
the first loss was open-ended because of that whole Paul Heyman thing. So that's kind of led to the rematch. And
then do you think I feel like when are they going to, if they're really going to try to drag this on for another 4 months, I guess. I don't know how much more I can really watch Paul straddling the line for 4 more months.
I have a theory. I think that match, obviously, I don't like this. It's going to end in DQ. Sami Zayn's going to interfere. And it's going to be Brock versus Sami at Royal Rumble.
Would make sense because there's a big tradition of Brock Lesnar facing smaller guys at Royal Rumble. So,
not many people are bigger than Brock Lesnar. So
I mean, like smaller guys in terms of.
I really hope he doesn't win the Rumble. It would be such a waste.
I think he's the betting favorite right now.
Give me Braun Breaker in the Rumble.
Oh, Braun Breaker. Oh, I have a question because a lot of people were too high on Hook. Who's a bigger potential star, Braun Breaker or Hook?
Braun Breaker,
and it's not even close.
I hate to agree with you, but I love Hook.
I'll tell you this. This is my bold prediction. By next WrestleMania, Braun Breaker will at least hold the Universal Championship once.
But what WrestleMania?
By next WrestleMania, not this.
By next year, by 39. You mean?
Yeah.
No
wow.
way.
That's bold.
You know what? That's a very bold prediction.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
you know what? I'll make a bold prediction. Hook is gonna be in a pay-per-view by next WrestleMania. A pay-per-view match.
I have a new bold. I have a bold prediction. I have a legit bold prediction that's gonna break my heart if it happens. Veer is never gonna have a match on Raw. They're gonna release him.
Didn't you say he's coming next week?
I'd say he's coming soon.
Oh,
they've been saying he's coming for months. I think it's gonna be just like Emelina. I don't think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I mean, that's funny. You have to consider it's this long walk from India to America. Okay, it's taking
walking here.
He's walking. Okay.
All right, you guys want to get into GMO now that we're
yeah,
let's do it. Yeah, we're already 30. This is gonna be a long episode.
I'm ready. I booked for till the bank. The bank.
All right,
So for GM mode, it's WrestleMania time for
It is
for GM mode.
share screen.
Yeah. Whoa! WrestleMania.
You guys can see that, correct?
This is our first time, I think, being on ASAP doing GM mode. So to quickly explain what we're doing, literally, we found a website where we can draft our own rosters, we can craft our own weekly TV and pay-per-views. So we've just been having fun, just booking shows for the last like month or so. We've been doing it.
We are at WrestleMania. It hasn't been a month.
It hasn't been a month. It's been a week.
Know.
You guys can see everything, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything.
I want to see how good it looks on the stream. I want to make sure it's not like weird.
I'm gonna look on my phone for my information because I'm gonna full screen this so I can see better.
Okay, so it's WrestleMania, so I believe that means there should be 13 bouts. We each get 4. Dom gets 5.
Well, there's gonna be 14 because we're gonna have the triple threat.
Oh yeah.
If I exit Facebook, it won't kick me out of StreamYard, right?
No, shouldn't.
I just want one more link. I just want one last link.
Understandable.
It's going pretty slow. Come on. All right, here we go. 13, you said, right?
14.
14.
We're having an inter-promotional triple threat.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
We should open that as an opener, shouldn't we?
You guys want to open
unless you guys give me the opener.
I'm down to open with it.
Okay.
And what's this for? Is this for an extra spot in the Money in the Bank?
So, no, I thought we were doing extra. You get an extra draft pick. So we each get. No, I meant free agent signing. We each get a month free agent signing. So whoever wins this match will get 2 free agents.
Damn, I'm not making any more. I don't have any more free agents. I'm going to sign before the draft.
I mean, you can save it for. How about you can either use it for a free agent signing or you can save it for an extra draft pick, maybe.
Okay, I'm done with that.
Or money in the bank spot. Money in the bank spot. Let's do money in the bank.
Okay, extra money in the bank spot. I like that better.
All right, Dom, who's your wrestler?
Wardlow. Big man. Look at him. He's ready. He's ready to smack.
Eric?
Pac.
Okay.
He's gonna crush Pac like a bug. Oh, he's 98. Oh shit. Never mind.
And my wrestler. I totally forgot about this.
Just pick somebody. Pick R-Truth.
John Silver.
Nah,
Hungy! Come on, Hungy!
I know. Where is it? Where are you, my motherfucker?
It's Sting!
Of course.
I don't like my chance of Wardlow, but that's okay.
Yeah, you have the worst wrestler by far. All right, who gets second?
So,
Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I have the most points. I'll take the opener. My opening match is going to be the long-anticipated grudge match: AJ Styles versus Finn Balor.
Oh.
Yeah, people have been. This has been trending on Twitter for weeks.
I know. Hashtag A show.
Okay.
I had a bad month last month.
Cody's had a very rough April.
Dom, shouldn't you go after me? Just because you have the last match?
Sure. I mean, I have 5, so just remember. Unless you want me to have the last 2.
Who did I add? I think I added AJ. God damn it.
Yeah, you added AJ.
Okay.
Whoa. WrestleMania. What's the tagline of this WrestleMania? WrestleMania bigger and better?
Going to Hollywood. All right, my next match is going to be. Where is it? War Games match.
Oh, right away. Oh,
exciting. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, because the later WrestleMania goes, the more the crowd dies. So I need it hot.
I was going to make it hot.
So Imperium, Walter. Who's a hunt? I think Walter. Who has the best rating in the game? I think it's Walter right now.
Probably
Right?
it's definitely Walter.
Walter. Bodie Lee's coming up there though.
Yeah, he is. He's 101. This is still 8 behind.
I stalled. If I didn't write Roman off TV, Roman would probably be up there too. But he's written off.
Yeah, but you wrote your number 1 pick off TV.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm planning on using him next year or something.
No,
and you complain about me not using Brock Lesnar. Get out of here.
I don't complain, but you say he's on a contract signing. You didn't even say it.
I said it afterwards.
The wrong button. Shock the system.
I wonder what match it's gonna be.
What?
So I wonder what match of the night is going to be.
I mean, we already know this is the match of the night.
It's gonna be Brock Lesnar versus Big E. Come on.
Big E. Didn't Big E lose to Dominic Mysterio or something?
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, okay. The guy that was 1-5.
Not Dominic. And he had a 5-star match with Humberto Carrillo, okay? Why are you laughing? It's true.
It's funny.
It is.
War Games. Come on.
Man, it's taking a long time again.
Ay.
I think it might be because I'm streaming StreamYard. I don't know.
Probably.
Because I just logged into this. I mean, I can try logging in again if you guys want.
Up to you.
Yeah, I'll do that. See what happens. Because I don't want to be here all night.
One of the best things about pro wrestling is the waiting.
All right.
Oof.
David Ortiz got a divorce. That's sad.
Man, I was ready to get my first match out the way. Darby Allin versus The Fiend in the Inferno match.
You guys can see it still, right?
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
I mean, that's how. Remember, that's how Bray Wyatt debuted with the Inferno match.
Did he?
Yeah. Versus Kane, 2013 SummerSlam.
It's Kane!
That's his. I'm pretty sure that was his first match in WWE main roster. I might be wrong though. Fact, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
We may not be able to get the full. We get WrestleMania, but not much else because this is taking forever.
We can, because by the time we get to WrestleMania, we'll probably be close to an hour. We can just finish. We can finish just on Zoom on YouTube. I'm sure.
Yeah, we can finish our closing thoughts here for overall.
Let me see how it's going. Let me.
WWE.
Yeah, it's going super slow. So what we're gonna do is, how do I stop a share? Am I sharing my screen still, or you guys can see me?
We can't see your screen now.
Okay. I think we're just gonna end it there, and then we're gonna do our WrestleMania on Zoom. So
on Zoom.
Yep. So
Yep.
so.